Manila, The Savage Streets, 1945, is a solitaire game simulating the campaign by the Americans to capture the Japanese-occupied city of Manila between February 6th and March 4th, 1945. As the player, you command the attacking American forces, and the game rules handle the defending Japanese forces. The month-long battle, which resulted in the death of over 100,000 civilians and complete devastation of the city, was the scene of the worst urban fighting fought by the American forces in the Pacific Theater. Japanese resistance and American artillery also destroyed much of Manila's architectural and cultural heritage dating back to the city's founding. Manila became one of the most devastated capital cities during the entire war, alongside Berlin and Warsaw. There were 35,000 U.S. troops aided by 3,000 Filipino guerrillas, fighting against 12,500 Japanese sailors and Marines and another 4,500 Japanese soldiers. The Americans lost 1,010 killed and over 5,500 were wounded. Almost the entire Japanese force was eliminated, with over 16,600 killed. The civilian cost was also high at 100,000 killed and over 250,000 total casualties. Very few battles during the final months of World War II are known to have exceeded the brutality and destruction in Manila. Manila, The Savage Streets, 1945, is part of the Solitaire Area Movement Series, Volume 2. Game designer is Michael Rinella. The developer, Roger Miller. Graphics by Charles Kibler. Box design by Mark Mahaffey. Box cover art by James Dietz. Rules layout by Richard Handelwith. The game is co-published by Take Aim Designs and Revolution Games, 2024. As I mentioned, Manila, The Savage Streets, 1945, is Volume 2 in the Solitaire Area Movement Series, and it brings with it a new unit type, the Leader. The Leader is only available to the U.S. forces, and as you can see from the rules, a leader may only add to an attack value of the units under its command. Leaders can also be killed and eliminated from the game, or it can be lightly wounded and returned back to action. The game contains one counter sheet of 169 5/8-inch counters, double-sided. The American counters represent armor, infantry, and the aforementioned leaders for the 1st Cavalry, the 11th Airborne Division, and the 37th Infantry Division. The U.S. also have artillery support, engineering support, and air support, which can be bought with supply points. The Japanese counters have an unrevealed side that comes in 3 flavors: clear terrain, urban terrain, and fort terrain. Once revealed, the Japanese counters display a defense factor and a defense strategy like sniper, ambush, barrage, fanatic, or elite. There are also a number of marker counters to keep track of your turn, your morale, and your current supply, and also which regions the United States player controls. The game includes one mounted 17 by 22 inch map. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you happen to own Stalingrad Advance to the Volga in 1942, it is the exact same style of map. Stunningly beautiful, guys, seriously. The map depicts the city of Manila and is divided into 37 numbered areas. As the American player, you start the game with 3 areas under your control and 34 areas under Japanese control. And within those areas are the terrain identifiers for setting up the Japanese defense. The Manila map also has a new addition to it, the Attack Defense Value Track, something that the Stalingrad map didn't have and will make resolving combat that much easier. This track is a very nice addition to the game. Thank you very much, guys. It's very much appreciated. The game also includes one 2-sided player aid card. Once you have read through the rules once or twice and have a base understanding of the rule set, everything you need to know to play the game is either on the player aid or printed on the map, other than a handful of optional rules. Your player aid has your sequence of play, your combat phase, combat resolution, when you get your reinforcements, and when you have to take care of your force withdrawals, a random events chart with all the descriptions, your supply costs, movement costs, and Japanese defense strategy chart. Everything is there, guys. Revolution Games and Take Aim Designs have done everything they possibly can do to make this game as easy to play as possible. Some final thoughts, guys. If you're new to wargaming or new to solo wargaming, I highly recommend either of the two titles from the Solitaire Area Movement Series published by Revolution Games and Take Aim Designs, whether it's Stalingrad, Advance on the Volga, 1942, or Manila, The Savage Streets, 1945. Both are a fun challenge with a lot of replayability and definitely worth the price of admission. This gets a full 10 out of 10 as far as a recommendation from me goes. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching the channel. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you in the next one. Goodbye for now.